This is the 2024 Yamaha TRACER 9 GT Plus. Today we're going to give it our first impressions. So starting off with the looks, I have seen this bike online in other videos, and it's now seeing it in person. A couple of things I'm disappointed about. It does look a little bit more straight up than I was expecting, less sporty. It does look a lot lower to the ground than I was expecting. Not the best looks for a sport touring bike. It's not ugly, but the Versy 650 definitely looks way better. The bags seem like they're not long enough. They could have made them longer going more toward the rider, but they seem short and squat right now. The things that look good are the seat. The rider and passenger seat both look amazing, and the pegs and the brake lever and shifting lever are big, and they look like they'll be easy to use and find. The dash also looks very good, and the windscreen looks to be non-adjustable, and the mirrors do seem a little small and maybe a little bit too far in, so it might hit my shoulders when I ride. I am 6'4" for reference, and this bike feels very comfortable, but it does feel like I'm sitting very low. The seat does feel very comfortable, and the handlebars feel about the perfect distance for my body. My legs don't feel like they're too high or going to cramp up at all during the ride. The first thing I noticed when I got on this was how light this bike was, very light. Overall, this bike looks okay, and it feels very good. Let's see how it does on the ride. All right, we finished up the test ride of the 2024 TRACER 9 GT, and disappointing, actually. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to videotape it during the ride because it's against Yamaha's policy. So, things that I liked and things that I didn't like. First, when I sat down and started riding, immediately cramped up in both hips. Felt like I was sitting on the ground. It felt like I was sitting super low. But after a couple minutes of riding, the seating position became very comfortable. So I could see riding long distances, setting that cruise control, and just going for miles. I could definitely see that as a good thing. The seat was comfortable. The handlebars were the perfect distance from my body and from each other. The mirrors were actually pretty decent. The windscreen being non-adjustable is not the best, but it was pretty tall. There was a very fine vibration throughout the whole ride. You could tell the bike was smooth, nimble, fast. I rode it in sport and street mode, and it was fine, but it didn't give you that feeling of exhilaration. When I think of this bike, I think about it competing with the Versys 1000, the Versy 650, the BMW 1000 XR, S1000 XR, and bikes like that. And both the Versy 650 and the BMW 1000 S1000 XR, and even the Kawasaki 1000 SX are all sport touring bikes. And I would take all of those bikes over the TRACER 9. Unfortunately, I thought this was going to be a killer bike, and it was good. It was good all across the board, but it didn't give me that exciting feeling. You know, you could tell it could go fast, but it didn't feel as fun going fast. Even on the Versy 650, when you go fast for their 650, it was super fun. And this just felt, kind of boring. And for 16.5, there's a lot of options. I would not buy this bike. If you want to see me ride that BMW S1000 XR that I talked about, it's the best bike I've ever ridden in my life. Click on this video right over here. If you want to see me test ride a bunch of bikes, different brands, different models, click on this playlist right here.
Rapping when they own me to sing on. They all want an album, so I gave them 20 singles. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hit, that's why I swing.